What is going on, everybody? My name is Rishraff and welcome back to the channel today. So I'm experiencing some difficulties with the mic in the past, but I think we're all good. And if I sound a little weird than normal, I'm kind of sick lately, so my voice and everything is not that proportional to the way I really sound. But let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the model that is provided in the description below. You're going to go to your toolbox and you're going to player stored data. And you're going to move player stored data, that should be the defaulted name, and you're going to move that to server script service. And in these settings right here, I recommend you change this version. You can keep the key as player data, but change it to like something like that. And then go back to storage, and here you can experiment everything that the player has. This is the local data store, and this will automatically save. It's not using the leader stats. It's not using built-in code through Roblox that I've created for you guys. It's called the Datastore, and you'll get more familiar with it through this ATM script. So let's just add something. We can just add, we can add something like, so you can add vehicles here. So it'd be like suburban, and then you'd add a comma, and then you'd write another card. You'd just say like Camry, something like that. So that's how you would add a table of things. Okay, so these are your values in the data store. So this is what you'll need to access it. So I'm going to teach you guys how to access it, and then you guys can create everything that you guys want from there on out. So first things first, let's start. And I'm just going to insert it towards the center of the base plate. And it doesn't matter the title of this part. I'm just going to call mine ATM. And it should automatically create a weld depending on what Roblox Studio version. We're going to go ahead and insert a script into that. Awesome. So we're going to name our script ATM giver. Script name does not matter. No names matter in the script except for your data storage values. So we're going to start off by saying function find data user ID. So this function is very important because this is what you'll need anytime you need to access the player data store. So here we're going to be accessing the global data, and then if v.user, I'm sorry, that should be a dot. I'm finally on my regular computer now, so there should be a lot less typos. So this is basically, this function is what you'll need, and it's tab, so it's creating a local tab variable. It's an undefined class variable. And for global data, we're going to find in global data if the argument, which is user ID, if the argument is our user data, equals user data, so we're going to find it in the global data. So if the player has an account, or if the player exists, it's not an NPC clicking it, or it's not an NPC hitting the brick, however you want to activate it. If the player is actually a player and exists in Roblox's database, we will have a certain data store value for them. And return tab. So this is going to return whatever calls this, they're going to get this back. So they're returning it back. So if you buy the function, you just get a return back. That's how I like to think of it. Okay, so once we get that function defined, we're going to go ahead and add a click detector to this function. To the part. And we're going to say script.clickDetector. I've been coding a lot in C#. Let me know if you do want some Unity tutorials to create some Unity games. A link to my website and games will be in the description provided below. I'm going to create a function there. So first off, when you want to get a user ID, if you want to access their data store, you're going to start off with local tab equals find data. This is why you need that function. So we're going to send that argument. It's going to be player dot user ID, and we're going to create a player right there. So this is the built-in function, and just to be safe, we're going to not debug.log, we're going to print. Go ahead and print the player.name. So let's test this out real quick, and then let's go ahead and get our output going. So good, we have Zeeker PvP. Now you will notice you're getting some errors, a lot of errors. API services rejected request error 403 HTTP, all that. So before you do that, before you release this in your game, make sure that your API services are turned on. You can find those in the game settings or online if you just Google how to find your game settings to enable API. You used to be able to do it from Roblox Studio, and I think you still can, so let's try it out. Let's go home, game settings, options, allow HTTP requests on, and enable Studio access to API services on. So those are the two you're going to need on, because you're accessing a data store from Roblox's servers, and Roblox services are written in HTTP. So after that, I do apologize if you can hear any of the fans, but after we have the local tab is basically the player. So we're going to say local PLR wallet equals tab. So now everything you want is just tab and then find the storage. So anything, it's very simple. So you go down to your tab right here. So you just say tab dot, and you can access tab.name, tab.user ID, tab.bank, tab.wallet, and anything that you put here. So I can say, if I wanted to, tab.name. But in this case, we're going to do tab.wallet. And it's super simple with this data store. So we're going to say tab bank equals, and you guessed it, tab.bank. Awesome. So it's just getting these two int values. So we're going to go ahead, and when they click it, we're going to give tab PLR wallet equals PLR wallet plus 10 or 100. We'll give them $100. Then at the same time, we'll give the PLR bank equals tab dot, not tab, equals PLR bank. You could do tab.bank as well, plus 50. So now it'll give their wallet $100 plus, or their bank $50 plus. After that, you can set up a bank withdrawal system if the player bank has money is greater than 0, then they can withdraw, or the opposite, vice versa. If their wallet has money, then they can deposit into their bank, and their bank is data stored automatically. You won't have to worry about hacking. They're going to have to hack into Roblox's services and their HTTP, which is pretty much impossible for kids playing Roblox, and especially for a game. So after that, we're going to print. You want to print your PLR wallet and PLR bank, and we'll leave a space right there. So you should have 150. So you'll see that right here, tab does not work right here. Give her 14. That's because tab can't be found in this instance, meaning that this instance won't work in the editor because I have not enabled game settings right here. which it's not allowing me for some reason because I haven't published my place. Let me go ahead and publish my place. Okay, so I just published my place, and I'm going to turn Enable Studio Access on, and I'm going to save it. And now we're going to test it out. I always like to show when I do get errors because whenever I watch YouTube videos, they don't show when they get errors, and it's like, well, then I must be doing it wrong. So you see we have our debug.log. You should have your money right there. And you'll notice that, oh wait, we don't have 150, we have 5,150 in our bank. That is because we have our wallet set to 5,000 by default. You can set that off. That's just how I like it. So that's it for today's tutorial. There's a basic simple Datastore save. Any comments, please recommend some more videos. I just want to know what you guys want to see and what you guys want to watch and what you guys want to learn about, and I'll be happy to teach it for you guys. I noticed the car crash system got over 1,300 views, which is amazing. I was planning on doing a huge celebration at 1,000 subscribers, so keep on subscribing, everybody. And thank you so much for the support, and I hope you have a great Christmas.